So we find ourselves working on Zach here. Say hi to the people.
Zach.
Seth. Not Seth. Seth is working on his Toyota. Lucky put a skid plate on it. And changed the oil. Most of it's on the floor. We've come to expect that from Seth. We took the grill and everything out of this truck, and I found these aftermarket light sockets. This is how they had them connected. Not even wire nuts. Just straight.
Oh, yeah.
Run together.
That's like something I would do.
That's like, I mean, it's probably been on there a long time because this is a southern truck, but you do this shit up here in western Pennsylvania, it's going to rot right off of there. First time that hits salt, done. This side's done too. This is the pre side. Look at how good this is. Isn't that awesome? No wire nuts. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that wire nuts are any better, but come on. Some people shouldn't be allowed to touch tools. Of course, I guess you could do that repair without touching tools. Right, Seth?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we are quick at it here in Mongo's garage on Zach. That's the dash out of it. We're going to do the touch up on the needles and get it all cleaned up. I've already replaced all of the lights with LEDs. This is the lower portion of the grill. Going to get it cleaned up and painted black. There's the bezels. I'm going to get that polished tomorrow. The headlight bezel, that'll get painted. All the black will get touched up and painted correctly. I went the other day and bought a set of wagon wheels for it. That's the wagon wheel. I think he's going to paint them white. Already working on some of the chrome strips that are messed up. The interior has pretty much been gutted. That window is already ripped apart. The windshield is out of it. Of course, the dash is all gone. And the carpet's out of it. Here's that little hole I was showing everybody. See it there? I'll get that fixed up. The radio wiring is just like those light wires. And I'm sure all that stuff is just twisted together, so we gotta get all that fixed up. But the floor, other than over here, is in really nice shape. And I bet you this is because that windshield was leaking. Because everything else looks good in here. Up here, we've got the new fender markers in. That was just a set that we had laying around here. That's why they're clear and not amber ones, but they'll light up amber. And we have the windshield out of it, of course, but the whole grill is off of it. I'm going to paint all that black and put it all back. I've already got this piece painted black. It's over here drying. So that's just a real quick touch up, makes everything look better. I don't know, yeah, it's gloss. That is the dash bezel, and I've already got this one cleaned up. It looks pretty good. So yeah, busy tonight, just getting all this little stuff taken care of. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow when we come after it again. Well, it is now tomorrow, and here's the windshield getting ready to go in. We've got the outer rim of it done up with the urethane frit edge, I don't know. We were told today that this has to be done to protect the urethane from UV rays. KJ's got the pinch weld all cleaned up and primered as well. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to lay the urethane in there. And then we're going to try and stick that windshield in there. I finished up the dash tonight. It's ready to go back in. Got the lens all cleaned up and buffed out. Looks good. Touched up the needles. KJ's over here painting interior pieces. That piece of interior right there, that A pillar guard, KJ better hurry up, put it back on his truck. Because if he doesn't, it's going to go on my Bronco. Because it still has both screw tabs. That is hard as hen's teeth to find.
On both of them.
Both of them, not even just one, both. For those of you wondering what kind of paint we're using, KJ is going to show us here in a minute, as soon as he gets that A-pillar done up. SEM color coat, meant for interiors, and that was special mixed for Ford Tan. You're not going to buy that right off the shelf. You got to get it special mixed. We have 2 cases of it.
No, we have 3 cans left.
We have 3 cans left of 2 cases that we bought.
No holidays.
All right, that's the second windshield that KJ and I have installed. The first one was in Pat, and it failed miserably. This one I think we did right. We learned from our mistakes, and we got her in there. We just saved probably $300. This is where we ended up tonight. As you can see, we got everything under the grill painted black, looking good. Started putting some stuff back there. Got the headlights back on it, and the upper grill piece is on. I fixed this yesterday, but there was a big dent right here that we pushed out. There are a couple little more dents there, but I didn't want to get back in there and really screw that up. And up here you can see we did get the windshield in. Very happy with that. It went right back in there. Pushed in good. We got good push out of the urethane all the way around. Feel pretty good about it. KJ got the dash painted. And like I said, the windshield was all in and looking good. KJ went and found an old set of bed rail caps that we had. They're not installed yet, but they are on there. And he is talking to a guy about chrome strips that will be coming out of Indiana for back there and right there. That'll make it look a lot better. Come over here, and here's one of the interior pieces that's been cleaned and painted, looking real good. The kick panels are over here, also looking much, much better than they did. The dash, which will go back in it, and the rest of the painted interior pieces that will go back in. That's it for tonight. Old Zach is coming right along. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is now Saturday out here in the shop, and we are still working on Zach. I'm pulling this door apart and getting all of the chrome strips off. As you can see, I got some of them off already, so that we can clear coat this thing and lock in the patina that it currently has. So I got to get this window out, which includes taking the wing window out. Don't you love my squeaky fan? These are going to have to come out eventually because we're putting window motors in it. And then there's 2 screws up there I got to get out. The window out, now I can get this old hard fuzzies out of here. They should not be that hard and brittle. Ow, that's sharp. Yay, big old piece out. That shouldn't be like that. All right, let's get this window motor out of here, huh? On these rivets, I knocked the centers out of them because they're harder to drill than the aluminum is. And then we just drill the aluminum out. Kind of like that. Then you end up with the head of the rivet there and then what's left of it up there. Focus. That one started to spin on us, so we had to get a little creative. Then I'll just take the center punch those out of there. They may just come out. Nope. That one did. This one not being so polite. Of course, that's the only thing holding the motor and stuff in there, so I got to reach around and hold the motor in. Because we're stripping these doors entirely, I'm going to have to take that rivet out as well, so I can get the inner track out for the lower side of the window track. Can you see it in there? So I got to take that rivet out, and I can get that out, and I'm going to take the doorknob off, the door handle, the outside door handle off. All right, this is the inner track out, and as you can see, it still has remnants of the fuzzies in it that's got to go. That rivet that I told you about wasn't actually for this, it was for the door lock, but it had to come out anyway because it wasn't working. So removing that has now enabled access to that bolt back there. Where is it? Come on now. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Let's see. It's that guy right there to that bolt. You can't get to that with that track in there, and then that bolt there, and then that'll all come out of there. Here is that door lock mechanism. And as you can see, it too has seen better days. Let's explore this door lock mechanism a little bit, huh? It is a motor that spins, and when it spins, this screw here makes this go in and out. No lube on it, and the motor is really choppy. So we're gonna try and put some lube in this thing and see if I can make it work better. That's gonna save us some money in having to buy new actuators, because these old trucks that all that stuff works on is really neat. Let's see if we can make it work. All right, so power probe has a grounding lug on it. We're gonna use that inside of here. I'm gonna ground one of these, and we're gonna put power to the other terminal and see what happens. Maybe. Nada. This motor is fried. That's continuity. I'm touching the other one right now. That actuator is fried. It needs to be replaced. Yep. So that's it. Don't know that you can see what's going on there, but those little brush holders are junk. The corrosion got in there and really screwed them up. So that's going to bring us to the end of this video. I was going to try to run an entire one video for the entire process, I guess is what I'm thinking, or what I was thinking. And I have decided not to do that because this video got to be so long, and I think that any other video would continue to add to this, of course, and make it even longer. So we're just going to chop it off here, and we will rejoin after we get this thing clear coated, because that is the plan. We're going to get it cleared and then go from there. So I did get the passenger side wing window all painted and put back together, so that now looks really good. All of the trim is off the truck, and it has been Scotch-Brite washed. You guys may have heard of the Freiberger Comet wash. Well, we Scotch-Brite wash before we clear coat, and that's kind of where it's at right now. Hasn't really been any other changes to it other than prep for the clear coat. We'll put it back up on stands and get things moving from there. So yeah, that's it for the week. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and give us some comments down below. That last video did pretty good. I'm hoping this one does this as well. All right, thanks so much. See you all next week.